red button.
Okay.
I put the papers in place.
Okay.
All right.
In place, meaning in order. You've ordered your songs.
Yes. Well, there is only one order.
Oh, right. Oh, right, because it's a countdown.
That's right. Yeah, we're not doing willy-nilly things.
No. Hey, welcome to What Difference Does It Make?
Yay! Welcome. Thanks.
Hi, Dave.
Oh, thanks. Thanks to be here. Thanks to be here.
Yes. You're welcome to be here.
Oh, wonderful. I think I need some more coffee. How are you?
That can always be said. I'm great. How are you?
Good. We're starting off great. Okay, this will all be edited out.
Right.
Okay, so what difference does it make? We're doing this podcast, so
what difference does it make?
We're here, and we do this thing. So let's do this thing. We're in what year are we in?
We're back to 1982.
Back to 1982. A good year.
It was a great year. It was a fantastic year for music, and we're all the way up to number 40.
Yes, so we're taking the KROQ playlist, the original playlist from 1982 of the songs, all the songs that they played, the 106.7 songs that they played in 1982, and kind of going over them in 10 song chunks of songs. That's a chunk, right? A chunk of songs. 10 chunks.
No, a chunk of, in chunks of 10.
Chunks of 10.
Yes, because we have a lot to say about each song.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Sometimes. All right. So this chunk we're talking about is we're starting at 40 and going to 31. And so some of these songs have been lost through time because KROQ has reprinted a list, and they just did 80 of the top 80 songs from 1982. That's not confusing, is it?
They did the top 80 rather than the top 106.7 as they did in the past. So they've pared down the list.
Right.
And it's been fun to guess what's fallen off the list.
Yeah. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's surprising that a song is still on the list.
Yeah.
Let's see. As I look, I'm looking ahead.
That's cheating.
I am cheating, exactly. There is only one song that is not on this list.
I'm going to guess what it is, but I'm not going to guess yet. I'm going to guess as we go.
As we get to it.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see if you can. We'll see how well you do.
Let's see.
There's always a quiz within the show. I like to
quiz within a show and then a quiz at the end of the show.
Yes, exactly. We're filled with trivia bits.
Quiz like atmosphere.
Bits and chunks. We should have done. That's what we should have called this podcast.
I wonder if that's already been trademarked.
I think that's bits and chunks. Yeah. It sounds like something else,
Chunky. Some
sort of other podcast. Not appropriate for anyone under 18 or something. I don't know.
Sounds vomitrocious.
Yep. Could be, yes, that also.
Okay, let's get to number 40 because this is very exciting.
Oh, you're excited. Okay, it must be because there's a band that you really love.
It's Missing Persons, and the song is Destination Unknown.
Life is so strange.
I sing them, but I kind of mumble them.
You are not a lyric girl. I've learned that. Neither am I.
I'm
not a lyric girl either. But,
no, you're not.
Sometimes, yeah. Of course, don't bore us, get to the chorus, right?
Yeah. Very good. I never heard that.
Oh, you never heard that?
No.
That's an old thing. Yeah.
This song.
Yes. Destination Unknown from Spring Session M.
Well, it was originally released on their first EP in 1980. And
okay.
And then it appeared on their debut studio album, which was Spring Session M in 1982. This was their first video with a major budget. The other ones just looked like they were, standing in a studio playing, and this, I think, must have had some special effects.
There were some things going on?
Yeah, I don't know what.
Which means, videos from the 80s with a storyline, that could be...
bigger budget.
That doesn't hold well over time, is usually the case.
Yeah.
When you try and tell a story through video and...
I actually asked him some questions. I didn't know about the video. That wasn't in the information I researched. This was my RE information from my RE, who also told me that when he was in middle school, that the class wanted to use it as their class song. But I guess it was decided that it was inappropriate, which I can't imagine why, because your destination really is unknown when you're in middle school. So I think he was a little bummed about that.
That is a bummer. Yeah. It's funny when you think back at the 80s or, like those songs and teacher, I think
the perception.
I think people are like, as we've grown older, we're kind of more open to new music and things. But back then, well, why can't you pick something like the Carpenters or the Beatles or or Elvis Presley? Something we know instead of this loud rock and roll crazy.
Yeah.
It's the principal from Breakfast Club. It's like that guy. I don't understand you kids. Why are you? There clearly was, when we were in middle school, like a generation gap, I think.
Yeah, although when we finished high school, I remember in my when I was in high school at our senior, whatever it was, celebration, we did a video montage, photographs and stuff, and we did it to David Bowie to Changes. Great. Which I thought was, there's nothing inappropriate about the song, but still David Bowie, who might have been controversial at some point.
Right.
Maybe.
Yes, he was. But that was like his, maybe they might have been aware of that song. I mean, it was already 10 years, almost 10 years old at that time. So maybe they did know this. This was something new and unexplored, destination unknown. What this is?
That's
no.
true.
This
and
is
they sound so weird.
It's just crap music. We don't want this.
And her hair is colored.
You're gonna regret. And look at her. She's wearing this plexiglass bra. This is not appropriate.
Yeah.
You kids are in middle school. What do you know? You guys are idiots. It's always
right. That's so.
It's a lot like that. We've only just begun.
Oh, yeah, that's a wedding song.
So it should have been We've only just begun. Well, but for an official Los Angeles, principal trying to sign off on a song that the kids want to play, or that they want as their own. Why don't you just make it the Carpenters? We've only just begun, because it fits in. It's nice. It's a nice song. We like it.
We like it. And it's all about us.
Yes. Well, back then it was still about the adults.
That's not right.
Although I don't know. Sometimes I feel like we've let the kids run the
asylum.
Yes, we really have.
We have let the kids run the asylum,
yes,
but they did not at the time. They had, so there's something to be said for that.
Sure.
Yeah.
As I look back at my bar mitzvah, it was a party for my parents.
Yeah.
Back when my kids had their bat mitzvahs, it was a party for them.
Yep.
It clearly was. We did not belong. Our relatives our age were like, they first time being at bat mitzvahs in a long time, like, what is going on? This is not.
Yeah.
These kids are all over the place. The DJ is playing music I don't recognize.
Well, it is their celebration. And we're actually at our temple. Part of the spiel they give us before, when you're, going into bar mitzvah season, is remember that the celebration is for the kids. So consider having a kids only party. It's not about you. It's about your kids.
Right. Well, that was, yes.
Yeah.
That was indeed the case. But as I was looking at pictures of my bar mitzvah, I was like,
your parents' friends.
There are a lot of my parents' friends.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a lot of friends, but it was.
Oh.
Well, it's fine, which is fine. But looking back on it, it was just a party for my parents to throw for their friends, and have a couple of David's buddies. It was which was one. Yeah, it was craziness.
It was a different time.
It was totally a different time.
Less indulgent of the children back then.
Yes, indeed, which was fine by me back then when I was 13 and still
finding yourself.
Yes, exactly. A lot of that. Destination unknown, indeed. Let's go to another promise of on number 39.
Can I promise you a miracle?
Oh, this should have been my from middle school.
Oh.
Gonna promise you a miracle. Something amazing will happen to you.
And you got your miracle.
I'm doing a podcast.
Life got good. I just meant life got good in general.
Oh, okay.
But this is a miracle. This is a miracle.
One day
you'll do something that's called a podcast.
Yes. It's not exactly radio. It's not.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Great. Yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah. So promised you a miracle from Simple Minds, right. New Gold Dream. Did not chart here. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
But it went to number 13 in the UK, and it was actually their first. It was their first UK top 20 hit, and they were not super radio friendly before this song or before this album, New Gold Dream. I don't. Do you remember it? I was a fan. Did you like? Oh,
I remember this song. This was like their first hit.
Yeah. Well, it was their first hit, and this sound kind of made them lump them together with Duran Duran and the rest of the new romantic stuff.
Yeah.
But they weren't. They were sort of art rocky before this.
Yeah, I'm not
Not familiar with their work
ultimately
before.
familiar with Simple Minds' work. I was with this band. I was just pretty much the singles. I never delved too deep into the albums. Although I very familiar with Jim Kerr and
Yep.
and all that.
Because he was married to one of your favorites.
Well, yes, indeed. Indeed. This was the first single. Do you think this is still on the KROQ list?
Yes, I do.
It is indeed.
Yes, of course.
Of course.
A horse is a horse.
All right.
Okay, unless you have anything more to tell me about
honestly,
Promised You a
I don't.
Miracle.
I was hoping that I figured you would have the first two, like some good nuggets of information.
Well, that's pretty much what I have. All I did this Simple Minds was kind of one of the marquee bands of the 80s, I think. That's pretty much what I've got to tell you because I figure you have a lot for the next song.
Well, I don't have a lot from the next song, but you are you familiar with let's just say what it is. Number 38 is Soft Cell Tainted Love off their Nonstop Erotic Cabaret album.
Yes. Am I familiar with this? With the song, yes. I think I would have to be living on another planet.
I was going to say, are you familiar? This is not an original song.
Yes, no, I know that.
Okay.
But
you do know that. Can you name the singer?
Gloria Jones,
Yes, indeed.
1964.
Well, someone did their research. Good job.
Yeah, how do you know I wasn't intimately familiar with the...
With Wikipedia?
Yeah, no. Avoid Wikipedia. But okay, yeah.
But did you hear the song? The Gloria Jones version?
Oh, the original. No, I have heard it before, but I didn't listen to it as I was doing the research.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
It says it was a B-side of a single that didn't do well, but managed to. It was redone in 1976, but that was produced by Marc Bolan, and I guess that might be why it was discovered by Mark Almond and Soft Cell.
Yep.
Who's the other member of Soft Cell? It's Mark Almond. Is it
David Ball?
Okay, so it's just Mark Almond.
Hey, David Ball did all the instruments. Okay. Mark Almond was only the vocals.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's how he discovered the song. Do you have in your notes how Mark discovered this?
Yeah. Well, so Marc Bolan was the boyfriend of Gloria Jones.
Right. And she must have been older.
So she must have been.
Because she recorded Tainted Love in 64. Here we are in 76. And Marc Bolan, he must have been a lot.
Well, he's older. So, okay.
In 76, yeah. He must have been in his 20s.
So if she recorded this song in 1964, maybe she was born in 1944. So he wouldn't have been too much older, Marc Bolan, because he was...
No, she was at least 10 years older.
Okay, maybe.
I'm going with that.
Is that significant?
20 to 30, not so much, I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
So she was actually driving the car that killed Marc Bolan when in the car accident. He died in a car accident.
I did not know she was driving it.
She was driving the car. It was a Mini at the time of the accident, and it happened in South London in 1977. So she was devastated, obviously, personally and professionally, and she never recovered. Her career never recovered from that. And she actually started the Marc Bolan School of Music in Sierra Leone.
Well, that's nice. That's good.
That's good.
Turning a something horrible into something wonderful.
Good.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, but you must have something to tell me about Mark Almond and
the track. It was used in a Levi's commercial that was directed by Spike Lee. Or Spike Jonze. Oh, directed by Spike Jonze. Did you see that commercial?
No, but I saw the information and I wanted to go back and look at the commercial.
Commercial is hilarious. It uses the blip of the heartbeat. They're in a hospital, and it's of course it's by Spike Jonze, so it's really kind of weird. But the bink bink is to the beat of the heartbeat, because there's this horrible injury. This patient is hurt.
Yeah,
I don't know. They're selling jeans, but they're in a hospital trying to bring this patient back to life.
Huh?
And it's and everyone starts to sing "Tainted Love," and then the tagline is Levi's wide leg jeans is wide open. And I have no idea what any of that means, but this was in This was 1997, and they used Tainted Love, and it's just crazy. The commercial is just insane.
It says the staff sings along.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of cool. But what is the significance of the song? I'm always curious.
No, just to the beat of "We Have to Get Away." Okay. And that was the beat of the. This is the beat of the heartbeat. That's what they chose, and that's what they used, and that's a crazy commercial that Spike Jonze gives his own weird twist to. Memorable,
I suppose.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, do you know the other song? I mean, there was another remix version of Tainted Love that segued into another song from the 60s.
Yeah, Where Did Our Love Go?
Yeah, okay.
Supremes.
Do you like that version? I kind of like that,
yes.
The way it always segued into it. I don't remember why that. Do you have notes on why that happened? Because I don't know. No,
that's funny. So it was released. The song was originally released in various versions. The original single has has Tainted Love on the A side with Where Did Our Love Go as the flip side, which I guess is the B side, or as we know, the alternate A side.
Correct.
It says the edit. The 3 minutes and 58-second edit is the one most often heard on the radio, but a 12-inch single with the combined songs runs almost 9 minutes. That was also released. No, I don't know.
Okay.
It's funny. Going back to Gloria Jones, sorry. She said that she considers the soft cell version to be the best one. She said their version was far better than mine.
Yeah, it was NME ranked at number 305 in the list of 500 greatest songs of all time.
The soft cell version.
Yes.
Yeah. Huh.
So Gloria was born in 45, and Marc Bolan was born in 1947. So not that big a difference.
No, 2 years, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Marc was older than we thought.
Yeah. No, I knew he was.
So I guess, he was only 30 when he died.
Okay, that is tragic. I mean, it's tragic.
Yeah, it's
obviously that he died in a car crash, but wow. That's funny. They used the very first take of Marc Almond's vocal. It was supposed to be a run-through, so they could just tweak the settings. But they felt like it had the right emotion, so they used it.
That happens a lot, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. I would think that would happen a lot. Kind of like our first take of this podcast. Always the best and most emotional.
Okay. How many times do we do this? We're going to do it again. Let's do this again.
No. I couldn't bear that. Oh, no.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. No, we're still recording. All right.
Do you know Marilyn Manson covered this for the movie Not Another Teen Movie? And Marc Almond joked because they performed. Marc Almond, Soft Cell, performed this at Glastonbury in 2002. He jokingly said this is a Marilyn Manson song before performing it.
Yeah, Marilyn Manson. He likes to make it darker.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I took over. I thought you had all this information, and I just kind of took over.
No, you should. That's fine.
I don't know.
All good. All right, let's move into 37.
I'm hoping you have a lot of information about this one, because even though my love for him is boundless, I don't have that much information about this song.
Well, it's Thomas Dolby, Europa, and the Pirate Twins. Mm-hmm. Is this still on the KROQ list?
I don't think it is.
It is.
Oh, I'm wrong.
Still on the list. Yes.
Huh,
indeed.
Okay, well, good. You got me.
Okay. So yeah, this it's funny. I was looking at the back in the day, these things came out in the UK, and then they would release them in the US, and sometimes it was different versions. There are so many different versions of this album that Thomas Dolby has. What was the
Golden Age of Wireless?
Okay, yeah. So thank you. The Golden Age of Wireless had, you might know it as having the song "She Blinded Me with Science."
Yes, I may.
Yes, you may. The initial UK version in 1982 did not have that. Europa and the Pirate Twins was on it.
Oh.
The 1982 US version did not have "She Blinded Me with Science" on it.
You're kidding.
No. And
wow.
then it came out in 1983. Strangely enough, the first track on the Golden Age of Wireless album has "She Blinded Me with Science" on there.
Must have been the biggest hit on the album.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, Europa and the Pirate Twins was initially the it's really weird, the like track listing. In 1982, it was on side A, the fourth track for the UK version. On the US, it was the number one track on the A side. And then in 1983, it was on the B side, the first track. As, you know, She Blinded Me with Science was number one on the one track, on the first track.
I think I'm following you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and so it was really, there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different versions of.
Whoa.
Yeah, they changed it up. You know, then like 1984, the CD came out, which is early.
Yeah.
That's super early. I guess there were CDs in 84.
Well, if anyone was going to put one out, it would be Thomas Dolby.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. So the CD, on the CD it says, compared with the second U.S. release, this third U.S. release substitutes different versions of 4 tracks. This release features the short version of She Blinded Me with Science rather than the extended version, the original recording of Radio Science rather than the re-recorded guitar version, and full-length versions of Airwaves and Wind Power rather than edited versions. This album is kind of a mess. I mean, I can imagine how frustrating it was for Thomas Dolby to, you know.
Or for the record company.
Well, no. I mean, they kept putting it out and people, you know, hopefully more people start buying it.
But for different versions of it.
Yeah.
You know who guessed it on the song? Guessed it? Can you say that?
No. No. Who is on this album?
No, on the song Europa and the Pirate Twins.
Who is on this?
Andy Partridge.
Oh.
From XTC.
Yes, indeed.
So the song opens with a bluesy harmonica solo, and that was Andy Partridge.
Nice.
How about that?
Yeah. Do you know who the pirate? I mean, do you have anything on
the song itself?
Do you know anything about Europa and the Pirate Twins?
Aside that it was inspired by the atmosphere of World War II.
Okay. Not
much.
It reached number 43 in Canada.
Okay.
So there's something.
Yeah. So it says the song emphasizes the short distance between Thomas Dolby's generation and the one which endured the last global conflict. He's very cerebral. He's described the song along with the tone of the album as reflecting a sense of a relationship that's going on as being overwhelmed by something on a grander level. And there's a very strong wartime atmosphere to it. So, yeah, no.
No, I didn't get that. All I remember is the hand claps.
That's all I have.
That was like another beat.
Yeah.
Little slower than Tainted Love. Got to get
No,
away.
Tainted Love is slower.
I know. Tainted Love, yeah, slower.
Yeah.
So, Tainted Love, and then Europa is...
You're very clappy today.
I feel clappy. Happy clappy. All right, more happy songs.
Yes, pretty happy one.
All right, who could it be at number 36?
Who Can It Be Now?
Oh, Who Can It Be Now?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
From Business as Usual.
The Men at Work.
Men at Work.
The Men at Work. We love the Men at Work.
And it did go to number 1 here.
I'm almost positive, but as I look at it, you
15 weeks.
15 weeks. Oh, Business as Usual was there.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Business as Usual did.
Okay.
I'm not sure about the song. But the song did go to number 1 here. I'm just not sure for how long.
I don't have my book.
Oh my God!
I know. I feel naked without my my Billboard book.
He doesn't look naked for anybody who might be listening.
Yeah, this is a great song with no hand claps, but saxophone.
Yeah, lots of saxophone. Yeah, you know the saxophone part originally didn't come into the song until the middle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I guess it says it suited the band when it played it in bars. But when they recorded it, the producer, he thought the sax was a hook and moved it to the beginning of the song, also making it more prominent throughout the song. Yeah.
Super smart.
Yes, because that opening made it instantly identifiable.
Indeed it did.
Yeah.
Can you name some other 80s sax songs?
Baker Street?
That was from the 70s.
Oh. Tell me.
Come on.
Give me some other sax songs.
Come on. One song is from one of your favorite, another Australian band.
In Excess?
Yes.
A sax in excess song.
It's not as, you don't immediately think of the sax, but you think, but it is in there for what you need.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, you got your Careless Whisper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't... That was 90s, yeah?
Careless
No,
Whisper?
Careless Whisper was 80s.
Yes, for sure. You got your Smooth Operator.
Oh.
You got your Urgent.
Wow.
You got your Man-Eater. I mean, when you hear these songs, when I say these words, you immediately hear saxophone.
Of course.
It's crazy.
But when you put me on the spot like that, I can never come up with the answer.
Harden My Heart.
Oh, yes.
You Belong to the City. And,
very good saxophone songs.
Yeah. Bowie's Modern Love.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 80s were filled with sax.
Yeah.
Just,
sax and sex.
yeah, a little bit.
Shh.
I mean, Business as Usual was 82, 80. I mean, they for like 2-3 years, it was they owned the 80s.
Yeah. So business as usual. So as I just said, that the album stayed at number 1 for 15 weeks, which was actually a record at the time for the longest stay at number 1 for a debut album.
That's right. It was a debut.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was a good album. That was a fun. Also another, I guess this is another quintessential 80s band, right?
Yeah. And he's still, Colin Hay's still playing around.
Yep. We should check him out too. We should put him on the list.
Oh, he's on my, well, we'll get him in here one day.
Oh, Colin Hay. That would be awesome.
Yeah, of course it would. Of course it would. Yes, it would. To get anybody in here, we need
Yeah.
we got to get people in here.
He recorded an acoustic version of this song for his 2003 album, Man at Work.
Oh,
Colin Hay.
Clever.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. What else can you tell me?
I can tell you that we're going to go to number 35.
Which is?
The
Stray Cats.
Yes, Runaway Boys from Built to Speed.
Built for Speed.
What is Built to Speed? All right. I don't know.
Sorry,
I don't know.
I shouldn't correct you.
I don't know. You should. You should definitely correct me. Built for Speed, Runaway Boys. Is this on the KROQ list?
Oh,
updated list.
I think I'm going to cheat and I'm going to go to the next songs to see what they are, and that way I can tell you. Oh,
yeah.
I'm guessing this is the one that fell off.
It is indeed.
Okay. Yeah.
This was not on the list. It was originally 53 on the KROQ list. In place, let's see if you can pick the song that they decided to take out Runaway Boys and put in another song that was not on this list, their original list.
On the 106.7 list?
Yes, but they substituted this song.
Oh, you're going to have to narrow it down for me.
No, you can name a Stray Cat song.
Oh, a Stray Cat song.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they substituted this song.
A Stray Cat Strut?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant any song.
Oh, yeah. Name any song. Just any song. Nope. Yes, Stray Cat. Yeah. So
that makes sense. Because that song never did. It was this song, Runaway Boys, was their breakthrough single in the UK, but nobody really paid attention to it here.
Yeah. I see the fly also.
Oh, I didn't see it. I just saw you looking at the ceiling.
There's a fly.
You're just trying to psych me out.
I get distracted easily.
Squirrel?
Yeah, pretty much. Runaway Boy, it's a good song, you're a teenage boy, not understood, just trying to, do the best you can, but nobody understands you.
That's a running theme.
Yeah, but Runaway, you go to the clubs where, there's kids like you who understand who you are.
It's music. It's all about the music.
Yeah, man.
For some people, it was running to the arcade.
Yeah, well, that was me. Pac-Man understands me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's still a good song. And I'm sure it'll be featured when the Stray Cats are touring this summer on their 40th anniversary.
We can. Oh God.
Sorry, don't mean to say that. But
we got to stop talking about the passage of time as we talk about the 1982 KROQ chart.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, Stray Cats. We can look forward to seeing them.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on to 34. You could tell me all about Duran.
You can. I know you must have some stories about
Girls
this,
on
but
Film.
it's Girls on Film from Duran from their self-titled album.
Yes.
It was this was their third single, Girls on Film. I didn't realize that.
Well, it's from their first record.
Yeah, but it was the third single.
But Duran, I know, but I think the thinking is the Duran did not do as well as Rio was like their discovery, where everyone started discovering them, and then record label like, well, we got to milk this. We got to keep songs coming out, And I think Girls on Film was probably after,
People came back to it. You mean?
Yeah, people came back to that, and that's probably why it was the third single. But I think it was their most successful one.
That makes sense. You think this was their most successful song?
Well, no, it was off that first album.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Went to number 5 in the UK.
Yeah, and did not chart here.
I don't know. Is that what you're reading?
That's what I'm seeing.
All right.
Yeah. Oh.
I remember is the video.
Yes, of course. The song is best known for its video. It was the first extended video ever made. Did you know that?
It was an extended video.
Yeah. I guess it was, more of the story. And you know who directed it?
Please tell me.
Oh, come on. Who were although this isn't, I keep using that word, quintessential. It's not what you think of when you think of Godley and Cream, but that's who directed it.
Who do I think of when I think of Godley and Cream?
Oh, what's the video with the faces? That's more their style.
The video with the face?
Oh, my God. Do you know that MTV did not exist when Duran Duran made this video? They made it to show in clubs and on video jukeboxes. And so they weren't subject to any broadcasts, any, regulations.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains the...
a lot.
Before the Playboy Channel, which I think this was aired on Playboy Channel.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. No, as I'm looking at my notes, the uncut version did receive regular airings on the Playboy Channel.
Cry is the video I'm talking about, which was a Godley and Cream song.
Oh, you're talking about their own song.
Yes.
Oh, well, come on.
So to me, that is when I think of Godley and Cream, obviously, because that is their themselves as the artists. That was the song I'm thinking of. That is visually, to me, visually representative of Godley and Cream.
Yes, and of course, you know the band that they formed back in the 70s.
Tell me, yes.
10cc.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The Things They Do for Love.
Things We Do for Love, and I'm Not in Love.
Yeah.
Which loves.
Very lovey.
That's one of my favorite songs.
The Things They Do for Things We Do for Love.
No, I'm Not in Love.
Oh.
Just there's like lines where he's denying that he's not. He's not in love. He clearly is. I keep your picture on the wall. Well, I can't remember the exact line, but I keep the picture on the wall because it covers up a stain that's lying there. There's a stain there, so that's why I still have that picture up there. Just a guy who's just in complete denial about how much he loves. I think that's a great song. They create some good stuff.
I wonder if that says something about the differences in our personalities, because I understand now that you say the lyrics why you like that song, but I actually prefer the Things We Do for Love.
Yeah,
because it's
it's a happy song.
Yeah. You're much deeper than me.
Oh, that's not the case at all.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Not at all. All right. Where are we? As we move along from our Godley and Cream talk.
Yeah. So let's get through the next couple songs.
All right. Where are my notes?
33. Okay. It sounds like you found them.
No. Papers are all over the place. All right. Go ahead. What do you got?
33, Flock of Seagulls, Space Age Love Song from A Flock of Seagulls.
Yeah. Another great song.
Yes, it is another great song. It only went to number 30 here, though.
I think I prefer this song to Iran.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think it's just a beautiful song.
Yeah. Musically and lyrically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why is it called Space Age Love Song? That's the one question I want to know.
That's a very good question. It is a good question. So the meaning behind the song, Mike Score, who we've discussed, we've debated over the name of the singer. He said it was just about intimacy. So when you meet somebody, there's an instant eye contact if the chemistry is right. If everything is right, you catch their eye. That whole across a crowded room, caught your eye thing. The lyrics explain that. I saw your eyes and you made me smile. But the title does not appear in the lyric. You know that.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's why I'm wondering.
So when they were working on it, someone mentioned that it sounded space age and that it was like a space age love song.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I think it's pretty much just you catch someone's eyes from across the room or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, saw your eyes, made me smile.
Yes.
And for a little while, that's actually the line that I like. For a little while, I was falling in love.
Yep.
Just for a little bit.
Yeah, so they felt that Space Age Love Song as the title was more memorable than naming it that. I was falling in love or I saw your eyes, which I agree. And it gives you a talking point.
Yeah. The one weird lyric is, I saw your eyes and you touched my mind.
I like that.
Although it took a while. Yeah, so I don't even know if they've talked. See, I'm thinking them from across, seeing they haven't even talked. In my mind, when I initially read this, or, I was looking at the lyrics, I was like, oh, yeah, they see each other from across the hall. They haven't even talked to each other yet. I think, but then I read and you touch my mind. Like, all right. Maybe if that works for you, okay.
I like that.
Okay.
I mean, it makes it maybe a little more cerebral.
Okay, that's right. You're more cerebral than I
No, that's not true. That is not true.
So anyway, but yeah, I do love the thought of just initially seeing someone from across the hall and just like locking eyes and like, oh, maybe, and then there's the saw. Yeah,
and I was falling in love.
Yeah,
just from that,
just for a little while.
Yeah.
So yeah, very clever. I like the song a lot. I like just the whole atmospheric feel of that song.
Yeah,
it's great.
Maybe they're more distinguishing in the UK because Iran, which we believe to be their biggest hit, right, was the worst performing of their 3 hits. That Wishing was actually their biggest hit, and then this one, Space Age Love Song. Yeah.
All right. There you go. So up to 32.
Yes.
Open Your Eyes.
I loved this song. I was I was getting into that goth thing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You are a goth girl. I forgot.
Yeah. I loved the song. I loved the energy, I loved his, his stiff baiters and just very gothy. And this is all new and cool to me. Did you like the song?
Yeah.
Did you know the song?
I do. I do, not as much as you do, apparently. And so, as we've already discussed, there was only one song on this list. So this is still on the KROQ list, which initially I was surprised at. I thought this was going to be a song that was lost to the ages. But
oh, no. I this was a big KROQ hit.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember hearing it a lot on KROQ.
Yeah. And this hit reached up to number 7 on the UK charts.
Oh.
The indie charts. I'm sorry. UK indie charts. Big difference.
Yeah.
Can you name? There was a song that reached number 2 on the indie charts, and it was a cover of "Like a Virgin" that hit number 2. Lords of the New Church did a version of "Like a Virgin."
I think I remember that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. This was out. Yeah, a couple years later.
Oh yeah. They had some. I guess they didn't.
Did you like Stiff Baiters, or was that? It was like a super group, wasn't it? Kind of like
because they all came from renowned punk bands.
Yeah.
From the 70s. So Stiff Baiters from the Dead Boys and Brian James from the Damned, and then the other 2 lesser known. One from Sham 69 and one the Barracudas, who I hadn't heard of. Rat Scabies of the Damned.
Of course. Yeah.
He played the drums at the first Lords of the New Church live show, which is kind of cool. He wasn't in the band. Yeah.
Supergroup.
Yep. Supergroup.
Everyone.
Super punk.
Supergroups are, everyone loves the supergroups.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of death on this episode. Got Marc Bolan, Stiv.
Yeah.
Oh, both, car accidents.
Yeah.
Don't text and drive.
No. He was hit by a car. Steve Baiters was hit by a car. I don't know that he was actually in a car.
Oh, wow.
Which is, Jesus.
Anyway, that's not a way to go.
Yeah. Moving on to something happier?
Yes. Let's wrap up our song for number 31. We'll end our show on The Clash. Good way to end it. Should I stay or should I go?
Yeah. Should I stay or should I go? From Combat Rock.
Indeed. One of your favorites?
One of not my favorite song, but love. I mean, Combat Rock had a huge impact on me. How about you?
Yeah. I mean, this was. I think we talked about this where it was like they were opening up for the Who in their farewell concert tour, and so it's kind of everyone kept saying this is the passing on of the torch. The Clash is going to be the next big rock band of all time. And this was Should I Stay or Should I Go was a huge hit next to Rock the Casbah. There was those 2 songs that were just phenomenally huge. The band imploded right after that. So. Rock and roll style.
Well, when you have these guys,
and then we never heard from the Who again. So both of these bands,
except for each farewell tour.
It's crazy. Yeah, I know the Clash never had a farewell tour. But yeah, it was. It's crazy though. The Who is still, they're playing in Vegas. They're doing a residency in Vegas, and the Clash are fondly remembered. It's one of those. Hopefully, people will still talk about them because London Calling is easily top 5 album of all time for me. Such a huge influence on a lot of bands. So it's just a great band that hopefully will continue to flourish as new people discover, new generations discover them. I hope that is the case.
I think they do. So far so good. Their legacy lives on.
I hope so.
Yeah.
They actually did sell this song to a commercial to Levi's again.
Yeah, I saw that.
Isn't that fun? Yeah, 1991.
Yeah.
Did you see this commercial?
No, I do not remember this commercial. Do you?
Okay. I pulled it up, of course. So they're it's 1991. They're in a pool hall, and they're basically it's one fat guy and one skinny guy, and they're playing for pants. I think that's
pants are the prize.
Yeah.
Or pants is the prize.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, it because it was in this Levi's commercial, it was rediscovered by the UK and it went up to number 1.
See, so people are appreciating it all over again.
Yeah. Well, 91 was a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, it should have a resurgence. Did you know that it was used in the 2nd episode of Stranger Things in 2016?
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't remember this. But yes, of course I do know. The character Jonathan Byers introduces it to his younger brother Will to distract him when their parents are fighting.
Oh,
do you remember this?
Yes, I do.
I do remember this. Yeah,
that's funny. See, now this is Stranger Things is actually helping rediscover a lot of songs.
Yeah,
including Toto's Africa, of course.
Yes.
Thanks to a Twitter account demanding that Weezer cover the song.
Is that how it happened?
Yeah.
Is that how it came about? Oh, yeah. I did not know that.
A 15-year-old girl actually saw Stranger Things. A Weezer fan, 15-year-old Weezer fan. I didn't even know there were 15-year-old Weezer fans, but there are. And so she wanted to hear her favorite band, Weezer, cover this song, Africa. I don't know why she put those two together. So she created this Twitter account, and crazily enough, it became viral. The band discovered it, and they did the cover of the song.
I did not know how that came about. That's so cool.
Yeah.
The power of social media.
Indeed it is. One day we should use social media. Do we use social media?
We do use social media.
Oh, okay.
We use every single no, that's not true. We use every social media platform that old people know of.
Yay.
And use well, like Twitter, WDDIM Podcast, and Instagram, WDDIM Podcast, Facebook, What Difference Does It Make? That's all we use right now, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we have emails too. So.
We have emails. You can email Holly or Dave at WDDIMpodcast.com.
Awesome.
How about that?
That just about concludes our episode, except we have our quiz deck.
We have our 1980s rock and roll quiz deck.
All right, let's get on it.
So the last question I asked you, was it, I'm not going to, do you remember if I asked you or you asked me? We need to remember this.
I'll do this one. Okay. You'll do the next one.
Gimme.
Oh, gimme.
Okay. Georgia on my mind. The Peach State was home to many famous 70s rock bands, most notably
Allman Brothers.
Macon's Legend Allman Brothers Band. Which of the following 80s bands formed in Georgia? Oh, geez.
All right, so we got the B-52s, we got REM.
Yeah, I was giving you multiple choice, but I don't need to.
Okay,
no, go ahead. There's two more.
Can
you get them?
From the 80s band that hit. Go ahead.
All right. Oh, so not all four of them. There's multiple choice.
Oh, okay.
And you
go ahead.
Okay.
Let's see if I can pick the state.
B-50. No, which of these bands were formed in Georgia? I'm going to give you four, and you tell me which ones were. B-52s.
Yes.
Black Crowes.
Oh, good. That's a good. I'm gonna. Well, I'll just say yes.
Yes.
Okay.
REM.
Yeah, of course.
Talking Heads.
Talking Heads. No.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah.
The college town of Athens, Georgia, has spawned several great bands. The B-52s formed there in 76 and went on to record 6 albums in the 80s. Cosmic Thing was their most popular album. And also from Athens, REM. And since we're running long, I'm not going to tell you the whole story about them since you know all there is to know about REM. The Black Crowes formed in Atlanta in 85. And, you know.
Oh, so that's, yeah, and their first album didn't come out until like the 90s, like 1990.
89.
Was that okay?
Shake Your Money Maker.
That was 89. Okay.
It was 89. Hard to Handle and She Talks to Angels. And the Talking Heads formed at the Rhode Island School of Design.
Yes, they did.
Thanks for listening to What Difference Does It Make?
Thank you. Until next week. Check you later.
Over and out.